People hear tired and they think nap. MS fatigue is a completely different reality. MS fatigue is more than being tired. It can shut down your entire day. It affects work, relationships, and simple tasks. Today we're talking about how fatigue reshapes your daily life and the guilt associated with needing rest.
This is a skyscraper. Are you serious? Where's my elevator? This is ridiculous.
This is On My Nerves, MS Unfiltered. All right, Tim, how would you describe MS fatigue to someone who just has no idea, to someone who does not understand at all?
Wow, this is a good one. Fatigue is a big thorn in my spine. Um, it feels you feel like normal tired, what you guys will feel, but then there's another level. I don't know. I describe it as like my soul is tired, like my being is tired, like my spirit is tired. So it's not always I need to take a nap tired. Sometimes it's just like thinking is exhausting. Figuring things out is exhausting. That's just kind of the best way I can explain it. It's a different level. It's a like internal fatigue.
The fact that you said your soul is tired is like you can't describe that to anybody. Your soul
Right.
being tired because that's beyond internal. That's a conscious tired.
Yeah.
That's a level of
Yeah. Like
consciousness.
everything. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I've experienced fatigue more so when I was first diagnosed, and it felt like it almost was another being. Like it was something that I had to carry that I couldn't put words to. Remember how we've talked about having a vocabulary for what we're
Right.
experiencing? That's when I had the fatigue I was experiencing forced me to develop a vocabulary. And I think you just said it way better than I've ever said it. Your soul is tired. You cannot summon enough energy to feel a certain way. You can't. It's not a weariness. It's not your body.
No.
It's
No.
internal.
Right. It is. It is. And there's no bank. There's no source to replenish.
It,
It's just a constant draining of the well.
and there's no reservoir. I mean, this is starting
No.
to sound really sad, but this is a very clear description of what MS fatigue feels like. So,
Mhm.
yes. So, wow, thank you for that. That was very vivid and very clear. Well, let me ask you this. What is fatigue taken from you? But more specifically, what is it taken from your daily life? And even more specifically, what is it taken from your relationships?
Wow, that's a good one. I'm trying to move away from using the word taken or lost. I think a more appropriate word at this point is adjust. So I've had to adjust. And the ways that fatigue has required me to adjust is I've got to map out my days. I've got to know what I'm doing. I know how much energy it's going to take. I can anticipate it. And I do things in blocks now. I've overdone it enough to learn those lessons the hard way. So I try to map out my days based on energy blocks, if that makes sense. So if I need to do this, I know I can't do that. If I'm doing this, I may need to wait and do this later. So for me, coming up with that system has been beneficial to how I move throughout the day.
That's smart. So it goes along with the budgeting,
Constant budgeting,
constant budgeting. How has fatigue made you adjust your relationships?
patience. I think, I have become more vocal about my limitations. And I think that because I also don't want to, let people down. I struggle with that a little bit. But now I've learned it's easier to explain those limitations versus pushing forward and then making it worse on the other end.
And do you find that people understand when you?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah,
Okay,
I agree.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Another question to that. We are in the same family, to all of you who didn't know. Do you find that your immediate family, do you feel like they understand better
Oh, yeah.
when you describe
Oh, yeah.
your limitation?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. Yeah, they understand and they give me grace. They recognize it at this point.
okay. Do they ever intervene? Do they basically initiate that you probably need to back off because you seem
No,
tired? Do they initiate it or is
no.
it always you?
No, I think they respect my assessment, and they let me have my way. And if they see it, then they'll say something.
That makes sense. Okay. When did you realize that pushing through working?
Bumping my head over and over, pushing through, using too much energy, and then paying for it on the other end. Not being able to move the next day or whatever. I'm running out of gas way too early.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, what specifically does that look like when you pay for it on the other end?
I'm in the bed. I don't have any energy to do anything. I need to rest. I need to like not move, that
Got it.
sort of
Got
kind
it.
of gets me back into the swing of things.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this. That being the case, it's forced you to create boundaries. Give us an idea of what boundaries it has forced you to create.
No, saying no. No means no. Learning how to say no and mean no to myself, not necessarily to others, but tell
Mm-hmm.
them, no, it's enough. You're doing too much. Calm down. Stop. Take a break. Rest. Um, so that's been the most energy I would say is convincing myself to slow down.
Got it. Well, let me ask you this. When we say rest is like physically your body is sitting down or
Yep.
laying down. That's rest. How do you turn your mind off to rest? Do you go to sleep? Do you involve yourself in like meditation? Or what do you do to mentally rest?
Prayer, meditation, silence. I just cut everything
Silence.
off and just sit there and
So,
not having to think about anything, not having to do or think.
okay.
Um, Helps me.
Okay. So does it recharge you?
It
Does it?
does. It does.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
I think it gives me, after I do it for a while, I think it gives me another win once I calm down and
Okay.
rest.
Do you have a certain amount of time you have to rest? Is it that
No, it just
regimented or is
depends.
it okay?
Yeah, no, not really. It just
Not
depends.
really. Okay.
For example, right now, I'm extremely tired right now.
Right now.
Yeah, the fatigue is heavy right now, and it has been for the last couple of weeks. But this is what it looks like when I'm pushing through. Me sitting here right now, showing
This
up today to be here with you guys. This is what pushing through looks like. Not so much so that I think I'll be paying for this tomorrow, but this is taking double the effort to be here.
yeah. Thank you. So to our listeners, when we're done recording this podcast, are you gonna go take a nap or are you just gonna
Oh yeah, I'm done for today.
you're
I'm
done for
done.
the day?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I'm done. I'll maybe have some dinner and then I'm in the bed.
Got it.
I've
Well,
been
let
I've
me
been
ask
going
you
since this morning.
since this morning. So this is the end of your day.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you another question. In terms of fatigue and parenthood, do you find that your son understands when you're experiencing a fatigue?
Well, no, not yet. He's 5, so he doesn't fully understand. He has an idea, but he doesn't grasp the concept fully just yet. But he understands that something that's going on, and he knows when to calm down. No, I don't think he knows.
You don't think he knows? That's fair. He's 5.
He's not aware just
Uh,
yet, but I think he has an idea, but he doesn't fully understand just yet.
Right, right. Okay. And so you just do with him like you do with everybody else.
Figure it out as I go. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much for pushing through, showing up for us today, describing what the fatigue feels like because you're physically in it right now,
Yeah,
right
it's
now,
heavy. It feels heavy physically.
right? As we're
Feels
talking.
heavy. Yep. What does it feel like for you? Like, what does it have a sensation?
It did earlier in my diagnosis. Now I don't experience the soul wrenching fatigue that I
Really?
used to.
You don't get it at all?
Not like that. If I'm
Man,
tired, I'm
that's a
tired
blessing.
from something
Yeah,
else. I'm tired simply because I'm tired. But I'm not
yeah.
tired the way I know the difference. I know the MS fatigue
You
where
do. You can tell.
I know that fatigue.
Okay.
And it is tangible. Literally.
Wow.
It is
So you know.
tangible. I
So
know
you know the
exactly.
difference.
I
I
know
don't.
the
I don't.
difference.
This is the baseline for me.
This is
So I
okay.
don't. I don't remember what it feels like to just be a little tired, or I don't even remember what it feels like to feel refreshed or like recharged. Yeah. I mean,
Really.
it's always no. It's always a constant drain from morning. It's just it's a constant drain. Yeah, I don't remember what it feels like to just be like, like fully, let's go get them tired.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Really?
it's
'Cause
like let's go, but come on, let's go. Not
it's a
yeah,
you have
not
to
out the gate.
conjure it up, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Wow. That's interesting to know because I have experienced a before and after with the fatigue. But like you said, it is your baseline. I mean, I get
right.
tired, but I feel like it's normal human tired, like
Yeah,
regular
no,
tired. I had the next level tired where you said it perfectly. It is soul tired where don't ask me, you bet not ask me to do in those terms. No, no. Don't even think about it. So I have had that before. I have had that before, but it's just part of it. I mean, it's
yeah.
part of the life of an MS patient, but I didn't realize there was a before and after until we started having this conversation because upon thinking about it, I don't remember feeling that level of fatigue in a while. Yeah, I
How,
don't.
how
I
about
don't.
heat? How about heat? Does heat play a role?
Yes, heat does play a role. Not in fatigue, but I do have heat intolerance. However, in terms of heat and fatigue, I'm never out in the sun enough or in a heated environment enough
Hmm.
to allow fatigue to set in. I mean, I don't think they go together for me. I think it's just heat, and if it's too much heat, I will feel it. But if it's not too much heat, I'm okay. But I don't think it plays any role in my level of fatigue. I don't think it does that for me. But
Whenever you do get tired, are
mhm.
there any remedies or tips or tricks? What do you do?
When I get tired, go to
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah.
Literally. I mean, I do what everybody does. I think, well, if I feel like I have to push through because I have something to get done, that's one thing. You try to, life happens and sometimes you can't avoid it and you just have to push through. But if you at all possible, like you said, time blocking, saying, okay, I have this much time to this much time to get this done. And then after that, I'm going to rest. I think I do that as well. But I did that before I was diagnosed with MS,
Mm,
because it seemed to be efficient, to give yourself a certain amount of time to get something done and then take a break. Then give yourself another set of time to get stuff done and then take a break. It worked for me. It just so happened that it works for MS too. You can get more things done if you time block. You can use your mental capacity to it. You can max it out for that time block and then take a break. And then max it out again and take a break. So I think I've done that for years before MS.
mhm.
So that's what I typically do. But if I just get tired, if at all possible, I just go to sleep. So that's what I do.
To me, MS tired doesn't that fatigue doesn't not it doesn't feel sleepy to me. It feels I don't know. It's really hard. I'm not sleepy.
There's a
I'm
weariness.
exhausted. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. There you go. Yeah,
a weariness. It's just like
yeah,
you can't conjure up
yeah,
anything necessary to move
yeah,
forward,
yeah.
nor do you want to.
No, yeah. You don't want to. Well, you can't. Well, you might want to, but you just don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just hard to explain. It's hard to explain.
It is hard to explain, but I think you said it perfectly. It is on a soul level
Yeah.
because you will not understand that until you experience it. And I can amen everything you just said because I felt that level of fatigue. And I don't know what other chronic diseases experience fatigue like this because I've never had any others. This is the only one I've had, but I can say without stuttering, MS fatigue is oppressive.
Oh yeah, man.
It's
And
oppressive
aggressive.
and aggressive.
And aggressive. Yeah, for me
Yes.
at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you said this is your baseline. Okay. All right. Well, we're not going to make you more tired.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
If you'd like to learn about skills MS forced us to learn, please tune in to our YouTube channel, On My Nerves, MS Unfiltered, or wherever you listen to your podcast on Spotify or Apple Music.